And we're back into the grand finals for the South American qualifier. paiN Gaming won games to 0 so far over NoPing eSports. And right now, NoPing eSports are deciding, should we let paiN Gaming have Coddle Gyro or not? It's what they're looking at right now. Kunkka, Abaddon banned out, and they get the Crystal Maiden. Coddle, Gyro. I don't know how emphatic they have to make it. Like, clearly NoPing eSports now, they have maybe they have a plan for it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I hope they do, because when you let them through like that, you better have a plan to be able to counter it, or you become like people that let Nature's Prophet through against Alliance. So maybe it's going to take until Game 3 for them to ban it out because they're not stupid anymore. We'll have to see. I mean, we have had games in this qualifier where the exact same draft as game number 2 has been different. They get a Sand King. That's different at least. So Void's been banned out. Lena's out as well. Lifestealer is still in the pool. Techies is the 4th ban usually for NoPing eSports. They just do that there. I feel like they're very solid with their bans right now, and they can keep doing that provided they win this game. Bloodseeker's still in the pool.
Radiant team ban.
Templar Assassin banned out by paiN Gaming. I mean, NoPing eSports, they're a good enough team to win some matches here. But can they keep doing that against Coddle Gyro? I just think that the way that paiN Gaming are able to utilize that with getting the stacks in the jungle and the fact that Gyrocopter ran over Mars in the last game, maybe Sand King's going to be a little bit different, but I don't know if you give HFN a Gyro again in the series if it goes the same way that the first game did. Bloodseeker banned out. paiN Gaming. Tusk is still available. Don't know if it's as good against the Sand King. But paiN Gaming could go for it, and they do. Alright. Well, now let's see what the response is for NoPing eSports, because this is turning into almost the same exact draft for paiN Gaming. Not much has changed.
5 seconds remaining.
In fact, I don't think they changed any bans or picks from game number 1. I don't have that good of a memory, so I'm just going to check that right now. Lena. Okay, so the only thing that's different for paiN Gaming is the order between the Mirana and the Void picks. Void was the second ban for paiN in game number 1. That's the only thing that's changed. Everything else is the same for them, up to the Tusk pick. NoPing eSports, up to their 3rd pick, and they're wondering if there's something else that they should change. In their draft between last game and this one. Taking a long time. 30 seconds left in their reserve time just at the 3rd pick. Obviously, there's a lot to think about here. NoPing eSports, I mean, they've basically got the same 3 from the last game, and there's the Nyx Assassin that I kind of wanted in game number 1. So now we've got a Nyx picked up. Pudge, are we just... Why are we still here? I mean, it is a different draft for NoPing eSports, but paiN Gaming, they were very comfortable with this lineup in game 1. I feel like if NoPing have been following along, you ban out the OD, but against the Nyx Assassin, you don't really have to. So you pick a counter. Lifestealer also here as well. So Slark not going to be gone for by NoPing eSports. This is a very interesting call out by paiN Gaming. I can almost guarantee that they're not going to put the OD as their 5th pick. So it won't be the same exact draft. But they are calling out NoPing eSports pretty hard with what they've done so far. They're like, you know what, you can pick whatever you want to counter us. We're going to basically lay our cards on the table with our picks and see if you can counter it. I don't know if NoPing eSports have the answer with this one. Slark to me is very similar against a Pudge with the Lifestealer because, you know, the Dismember still goes through Rage. So Lifestealer can still be caught there. There are a ton of stuns on NoPing eSports side. There is that. I wonder if paiN Gaming... I don't think... No, they won't go for a Juggernaut. Dragon Knight banned once again. Are they absolute madmen? Do they go for a last pick OD? There's gotta be... There's no chance. Right? There's no way. They would be hardcore trolling if they did that.
5 seconds remaining.
Slark banned out by NoPing eSports. And who's the last pick? They need a mid. paiN Gaming have last pick on that once again.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
NoPing's looking pretty good. The other thing to mention is that Leshrac has been left through once again. It wasn't touched at all in the last draft, and this time around, I would say it's open for NoPing to get. I don't think that paiN Gaming can pick it up here, especially against a Nyx. There's the Leshrac. Okay, so he's been left through. Leshrac is the last pick for NoPing eSports. I think it's looking pretty good. There's a lot of stuns on NoPing's side, and I think Lifestealer can put out enough damage, especially if Lapsus is playing this Leshrac out of mid. That's a good magic damage supplement, forcing paiN Gaming to at least get their, like, they probably need BKBs with the Sand King running around anyway, but, you know, get their BKBs.
5 seconds remaining.
Give the Lifestealer a little bit more time to shine. paiN Gaming with their last pick. I feel like they want a little bit more physical damage without as much mana reliance. I kind of really want to see a troll. I've been wanting to see a troll throughout this entire qualifiers. You don't really want to get anything that relies on a whole lot of mana due to the Nyx Assassin. Oh, it's a paiN Gaming special. HFN Nature's Prophet sending the gyrocopter into the mid lane. Oh, that's fun. And sure, you can use the rage, but you can't rage out of a Sprout. And as far as taking the trees down, you'll need the split earth under it to break them. I think that's the only thing that NoPing eSports have to break trees on their side. Other than a quelling blade or some tangos. Again, though, paiN Gaming, it looks like a pretty good draft for them. HFN on his Nature's Prophet. I feel like that's a better matchup against the Sand King. Lots of stuns to go through Sprout, but there's also a lot of survivability there for HFN as well. And the other heroes are pretty tanky. So paiN Gaming not throwing hard enough. They don't go for an OD last pick, but they do pick up a Nature's Prophet for HFN. And here we go into game number 2. NoPing eSports trying to prove that they do belong in this grand final next to paiN Gaming. paiN Gaming looking to show that, you know what, maybe people are right to put a little bit of faith in them. It would be very interesting to me if we saw paiN Gaming do well in the minor if they make it there. You got to make it there first.
Really now? You should have
A
seen
4-man stat going top from NoPing. They've got a lot of control, so I think paiN Gaming should realize this, but you don't really want to give away kills at this stage of the game. The ward's down up here from the Dire side. Their ward is over on the mid lane. Radiant put their ward closer to the rune. There's a little bit of vision of it there. And there's the Treant. Scouting mission complete. You've caught out almost four members of the Radiant side. But is Kato going to wander over there? They're going to scout them out once again. Seeing 2 heroes walking up. Gyrocopter stays alive, as does the Coddle, waiting in the trees here. Did not betray himself to the Nyx Assassin.
The battle begins.
Finding light. He'll get him away over to the high ground. That's the best Coddle player in the world. And Tuska's on the back. This is the first blood. This is a first blood. Not even a Bro Strike used because he just knows that it won't do anything. All right. Oh, HFN mid lane with the Nature's Prophet. You've got Gyrocopter top. And there's already a first blood that's gone down. And it went the way of the 40-yard Gyrocopter. Bottom lane, already putting the damage on the Terrans. They're making him be a little bit careful about his position in this lane. Looking at top, though, once again, have to be careful of that Tusk. The missile will hit, and here we go. Nice impale onto both. King RD has a Burrow Strike available as well. King RD has to run away, and they managed to weather the storm of the tag team. Lots of damage done there, and they know how afraid they have to be of the tag team. Tusk getting off the lane to, I would assume, do some pulling. But everybody's just battling it out right now. Blinding Light puts the Crystal Maiden a little bit further away from the wave. Gives Coddle some more harassment potential to trade better. It's going to eat through a little bit of Crystal Maiden's regen. As one of my I believe AA likes to say, Crystal Maiden just dies. That's basically her role in the game. So she's already fulfilled that. I'm going to have a pause. She's already fulfilled that purpose in this game. And we'll see. We'll see if she fulfills it a little bit more. In mid, HFN already a big lead over the Leshrac. Man, paiN Gaming, they are really outclassing NoPing in these lanes. HFN was playing the OD in the last game, so he's just really outclassing Leshrac. Doesn't even care that Leshrac is getting the last hits on his Treants. Over at top. Nyx Assassin is right next to the Tusk. Tusk doesn't seem to mind. Also, tag team is on cooldown once again. Keeper of the Light getting a little bit low. But nobody's going to be worried about dying there. Terrance's favorite taunt, most likely. There's the open wounds. Crystal Maiden eats a mango to get enough mana for the Crystal Nova as soon as that slow is gone. And I think Wellis is going to try to... Nope, he can't even try to deny himself. He actually skills Decay at the last second, but it most likely wasn't going to be enough. The Lifestealer just does so much auto attack damage. Tag team is there. And Dunha gets the Impale out. Oh, Coddle's got to be careful. Open wounds again. Wellis isn't really interested in this at all. Getting these heroes low. Blinding Light again keeps Pudge safe. Over at top, nice stuns coming out again, but the tag team is there. And the Burrow Strike goes through the missile, ends up getting the Sand King low. Nyx Assassin did use a Spike Carapace, but it was not very effective in the terms of Pokemon. Forced away. So again, you have Gyrocopter doing well in the top lane. You have HFN dominating mid. Wellis is feeding a little bit this time around. That's a bit of a change. He's getting low, not falling yet, but eating through his regen. So the bottom lane is not going as well for paiN Gaming as it did in the last one, but 19 over 14 for HFN. 19 over 15 now. He's got basically as many last hits as denies now. Yeah, a little bit low. Takes a Spike Carapace. Guarantee getting close in there. But they're basically trading evenly in top other than the kills. Illuminate on top of the Crystal Maiden. They're going for the 4-minute rune. And Coddle's dead. CM even gets the Arcane rune. That's, I think, a couple of misses on the high ground, but luckily she still has the Crystal Nova. Bottom lane not going nearly as well as it did last game for paiN Gaming, but I think they're definitely fine with that. And Pudge is still out farming this Lifestealer. It's not every day you hear that. Top lane aggression onto Gyrocopter in the middle of the Sandstorm. He's taking a lot of damage here. He's getting blocked in as well. He's a little fat. He's a little fat Gyrocopter. Oh, nice Split Earth. Giving the Leshrac a little bit more farm. But they know where King... Okay, over in the top lane, they know where King RD is, and he's got no way of staying alive. Magic Wand only at 1 charge. 5-minute runes about to spawn. paiN Gaming should get the 2 at bottom, and Tusk is trying to contest for the ones at top. Dodges the Impale, and that's going to be good enough for him. TP over to top for the Sand King. Nature's Wrath is going to make the Radiant think twice about this. And they do. HFN aware of what's going on around the map. Thought maybe his team would be a little bit more aggressive there, but it doesn't end up mattering. Ooh, nice little hook onto Terrance. And he knows that the TPs are down. Rage gets used, and Crystal Maiden shows up into the bottom lane. But Terrance is way too low to go for anything here. He has to regen for a while. Maybe an Illuminate comes in around the backside. Doesn't really have quite enough vision of the Lifestealer there. HFN over to the side, maybe trying to bait out Lapsus around the rune. HFN keeping himself alive here. There's a Treant on that rune. There's a Nyx Assassin possibly going for it. Nature's Wrath gets used. But it's really the aggression that's bottom that they want. Crystal Maiden's so low, doesn't have any charges on her stick. They're going to try to divide and conquer here. Coddle finds one, looking for the Lifestealer kill. He doesn't have enough mana for the Rage, but he will now.
Are you okay?
So he definitely will survive. Unless the Pudge hits a hook. But Terrance knows that. He's going to stay close to the creep wave and keep himself alive. 43 for 22. HFN is dominating on this Nature's Prophet. I know this is at least the second time that he's played the hero in these qualifiers. He played it yesterday in paiN Gaming, wrecking Incubus in very quick fashion. Oh, I don't know if you want that Crystal Maiden. It's just a coddle down here, and Nyx Assassin is rotated in. saiNKing feeling a bit better about his time at top. Gyrocopter not able to do as much when there isn't a support there. And we have the go at bottom. Lelis getting stuck in the trees. Coddle. Oh no, the hook hits. HFN TP's in. He gets the Sprout onto the Crystal Maiden. She falls. The Alcor looking for the Lifestealer on the backside. There will be a TP in from the saiNKing, and they want to fight here. He's got Epicenter. He might charge it up in the trees. HFN goes forward, and they get some vision. Burrow Strike into the Epicenter. It goes off, and Nature's Prophet is super dead. HFN walks in and ends up dying there. A couple of TPs over to the mid lane to take down Lapsus. Lelis is getting low. We'll get the hook out and kill the Leshrac. He did not get that last Nova pulse off. Coddle right next to the Nyx Assassin here, playing Ring Around the Trees. He's baiting though, but Pudge doesn't. Now he has a hook. He's like, Coddle, give me mana. Coddle, Kotul, give mana. Ooh. Tusk is doing some scouting here as well. Don't see the heroes on the high ground anymore. But HFN is pushing in with these Treants. As we take a look at the net worth, HFN easily at the top of it, almost at his Midas. saiNKing underneath the Sentry Ward, and he goes out of it. Blinding Light back. There's a... Oi! He gets him anyway through the Burrow Strike. What a nice hook. So, sometimes those interactions are a little bit strange. I know the one... Back when they changed Pudge's hook after TI3, because everybody knows about the fountain hooks, the way that interaction changed, my friends would still try to like hook me back in the fountain after the TP because of the way the timing worked. They did it sometimes. It also kind of worked with Magnus, I think. Track goes forward, basically loses all of his mana, gets one pulse on the Lapsus, and we possibly have it go top. Pudge is waiting here in the trees for this Lifesteal, and the rotations are coming from the Dire side. Tusk is being very sneaky, moving through the Radiant side of the map. He's going to get caught out by the ward here, and NoPing know that the jig is up. Lifestealer goes over there, and Tusk is in a really bad situation. Tag team gets used, but Lifestealer doesn't care at all. We've got a lot of heroes showing up over the top. Coddle in some trouble. They should find two off of this. Lapsus chasing down the Coddle. Coddle trying to split the uprights as far as teammates go. And Tusk tried his best, but his best was not good enough, but it's still helping. The Ice Shards takes the Crystal Maiden a little bit lower. The Decay is there. They're looking for the Nyx Assassin. They get the damage that they need. Double kill for Lelis. He's got the dominating streak. And HFN gets right back over to mid. Does the Lifestealer want to fight here? The Sprout, he eats his way through it. Or rather, chops his way through it. May as well get the most out of that regen as you can.
Are you okay?
So now Nature's Prophet, he's got his Midas, he has to move back, and Lapsus is not allowing him to use it. But Coddle, or rather the Nature's Prophet, goes over to a lane, and that's what Teleport is used for. It gets you to a lane so that you can Midas something safely. Tusk on the high ground, Lapsus on the low. Lapsus knows that the Tusk is here. Hits a Split Earth, but you've got your Pudge to get you out of trouble. So Tusk is fine. Nyx Assassin is starting to hunt the Nature's Prophet in this game, which he can do kind of well as soon as the Lifestealer is online. He's got his Midas now. I would assume that Radiance is next. As for the Gyrocopter, who's had a really good game, he's just below the Nature's Prophet on net worth. He's getting his early Aghanim Scepter once again. And where last game I was saying that it's kind of difficult for paiN to push in on towers, it is really easy this game. Lapsus in some trouble. Rocket Barrage to come through. They've got the Will-O-the-Wisp as well as the Blinding Light to get Leshrac back, and he will fall mostly. He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He's not dead. That was close. That was much closer than Lapsus was willing to deal with. I don't even know if that last hit from Kata would have gotten the kill even if he hadn't missed. It was really close. That was really Monka-esque. But it does force Lapsus to go back to base. He's trying to make a Eul Scepter as fast as possible. Lifestealer into a man fight with the Lifestealer, who hasn't used his rage yet, now caught out by the Ice Shards, but they want to turn it around. And who's this getting close to the enemy team? Lelis will be hit by a lot of stuns here. Vendetta as well as the Impale, Pudge in some trouble. Can he deny himself? He tries and he does. Nature's Prophet also gets the Wrath of Nature through, and we'll find the bottom tower kill. So tower goes to paiN Gaming. It's 10-5 in favor of them. A 3K gold lead, only a 3K gold lead for them. Lifestealer, Terrence has done much better this game. He's not really out of it like he was last one as the Slark. This time he's got a respectable amount of gold. Midas on his way to his Radiance. But still, this Gyrocopter has had a really good start. And what's this Coddle doing? Keeping the lanes pushed out. I don't think that there's been as much stacking inside the jungle. Plus, HFN really wants to farm there anyway. It'll be Maelstrom next for him. Impale over the trees on the Lelis. Burrow Strike there as well. What else are they going to spend here? Open Wounds? Can you deny yourself? Not this time. Ooh, Crystal Maiden in some trouble. The stun doesn't hit, but the Ice Shards do. They just watch that Crystal Maiden go down. HFN rotates for another kill. Midas off cooldown. And they get it. Hits that Midas like a champ. Looks like Nyx Assassin is ready to make a go on the top. Just step into the Illuminate, pop your Spike Carapace. So NoPing are in a bit of a better spot than they were in the last game, but they're still giving up a lot of towers around the map. They've given up one so far. They haven't taken any of their own with the Leshrac. Bounty Rune's getting taken around the map. We've got Pudge trying to bait for one up top, or down bottom rather. But nobody is knocking on the door. The tower's taking a little bit of damage. Top tower is starting to hurt a bit. Sand King trying to push out in the mid lane. Doesn't take a whole lot of damage from that. He's got a hood, or rather a cloak, on the way to his hood. And I guess a little bit unexpectedly, he isn't getting a Veil of Discord, which you see a lot of Sand Kings go for. Since it just ups the damage on Sandstorm a whole lot, you get more damage off of Epicenter as well. But he's deciding not to do that. He wants to get a little bit tankier, not have to worry about the magic damage so much. BKB will be next for the Leshrac. And Blinding Light with the deny. I still think that the Coddle is really a huge problem for teams against paiN Gaming. 444 plays it really well. He's played it every single game tonight. Every team has let it through, and no one has been able to deal with it. Just the way that he uses Blinding Light and Will-O-the-Wisp makes it so difficult for teams. Tusk wants to defend top. They have the Aghanim Scepter for Gyrocopter now. Gyro is level 13. HFN is level 13 as well, on his way to a BKB. They jump onto Tuscan top. He needs some help. He needs a snowball. He's never going to get the chance. That's the initiation. Gyrocopter now makes it over to the top lane. Spike Carapace gets used. The missile is going to chase these heroes down. Laps is in some trouble. Level's looking for the hook and is looking to be blocked by Nyx Assassin. Well, the Wisp still goes down. There's the call down, and Laps is in a ton of trouble. Gyrocopter still getting wrecked here, though. Lapsus gets a split earth down. Nyx is dead. Burrow Strike with the epicenter through. That should almost take care of the Gyrocopter, but he's being forced to run over to the west. Infest will kill him. HFN in some trouble. Trying to get out. He's not going to be able to have that TP off of cooldown. So now it is not going well at all for paiN Gaming top. Great fight for NoPing so far, and Lelis really has to get away, but here comes Tusk back in the fight. The snowball's going to take him to the back lines, getting the ice shards out. Terrence turns around, goes right for the Tusk, and will take him as well. Dominating streak with a blink forward from King. Goes after the Coddle. Burrow Strike is up in 1 second. 444 trying to move around. He's going to make it through the trees, but is he going to make it out? Burrow Strike instead goes on to the Pudge, and it's a 4-hero gangbang from NoPing eSports. Taking the Pudge low. He's a bit of a tough kill, but he is most likely going to die. Dismember goes through. Pudge in still some trouble at top. Illuminate will come through the trees. Spike Carapace isn't used in time, but there's only so much the Coddle can do, and everybody's dying here at top. Call down goes on to the Crystal Maiden. They'll at least find that kill. Rocket Barrage will secure it. That fight went on for so long. At the end of the day, it's about 1,700 gold going over to the Radiant side. They did really well there, as paiN Gaming were just a bit too aggressive. I'm sure they had their Aghanim Scepter for Gyrocopter, but they definitely need these BKBs up. Luckily, Nature's Prophet, he's a bit closer. 40R, he is building it up as well. Will take a little bit longer for him. But they are going to have those items eventually. And at that point, all you really have to worry about is making sure the important heroes get deaded while your BKBs are going, like the Leshrac, like the Sand King. And then you can focus your efforts on the Lifestealer. After that last fight, Lifestealer much closer to his Radiance.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't even know if paiN Gaming are going to try to defend this. Tower's already too low. Terrence runs up, takes the last hit on it.
Dire's top
It's a
tower
tier 1
is
tower
falling.
for NoPing eSports. So we're now even on that. paiN Gaming trying to regain a little bit more control over the map.
Radiant's middle tower
A
is
very
under
important tool in the Pipe of Insight for Lelis.
Are scanning. Radiant are scanning.
Maybe they find the Sand King. They do know that the Crystal Maiden is there. And that might be the kill that they get. The vision isn't the greatest. Crystal Maiden wants to slow these guys down. The Will-O-Wisp is there to find King RD, the Dismember, but they have a lot of area stuns for the Sand King. Burrow Strike over to the high ground. The missile still chasing him down. Gyrocopter to the high ground. He doesn't have his BKB yet. Tusk in some trouble, and he's going to have no chance of getting out of here. Crystal Maiden will fall, but the Gyrocopter's dead as well. Double kill for Lapsus. But HFN has gotten into the fight. BKB as he gets... Oh, no. Oh, no. He's dead, and they've gotten so many bonus kills off of that. That fight is devastating for the paiN Gaming side. Now this gold lead is down to less than 1K. The BKB for Nature's Prophet not lasting long enough to save him from that stun. And NoPing eSports are clawing their way back into the game. Radiance picked up for Lifestealer off of that fight. paiN Gaming need to calm down a little bit here. A couple force stabs will be nice. They definitely need the BKB on Gyrocopter. He's getting into these fights and unfortunately has nothing to keep him alive. Coddle's not going to be all that useful right now, and Tusk, without a blink, is difficult to find your way around these fights. And for the first time in this series, NoPing eSports have a gold lead. Nearly a BKB completed for Leshrac. He's doing much better this game. But I don't know. paiN Gaming, it's not like they're getting behind by that much right now. I guess 2 people are going to be getting Solar Crest / Medallion of Courage. But they do have to stop making some of these poor decisions. Like fighting near the enemy shrine, that's one of the classic ones. Pudge looking for a hook. He is in range of the vision. Terrence knows it. He's just doing his thing over here. Eventually, paiN Gaming will have a much better lineup than NoPing eSports, but they can't keep taking fights like that. Play Carapace on the gyrocopter. A little bit of a BM impale. Forces gyrocopter off the lane. HFN, Maelstrom completed. Might be looking for a Shadow Blade. Could be a good tool for him. At least until the gem is picked up. Or he could finish off the Mjolnir, which he's 800 gold from right now. It's already invested into the recipe as well. Possibly fighting over the Invis rune at bottom, but no one's going to get it. Gets denied away. 40 just calming down and getting his BKB. I don't really expect paiN Gaming to want to fight until they get that. It's a scary lineup that you're going into for NoPing eSports. Once you get that BKB, you don't have to worry about it so much, but you don't really want to fight so much without that item. Smoke up for the Radiant side. Maybe they go Roche and force something. Still quite a ways away from a BKB for the gyro. Diabolic Edict along with the Pulse pushing in the mid lane. Oi, nice little hook there. Epicenter to come through, and this might be a very interesting situation. Pudge in some trouble. The pipe helps a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. And Gyrocopter's been Yule Sceptered up in the air. Slowed down with the open wounds. Will-O-Wisp does help a little bit, but Lapsus's BKB doesn't seem to worry about it at all. And it's a nicely forced fight for NoPing eSports. HFN not willing to get involved at all, only throughout the Nature's Wrath. And a little bit more gold goes to the NoPing side, opening up a Roshan for them. So even though Nyx Assassin gets hooked in, fight still goes NoPing's way off of the counter initiation. Roshan is a little bit slow, but I still don't think paiN Gaming want to fight. They really need their BKB, which Gyrocopter has just been set back from. Luckily, HFN can still farm, but farm is only so effective on the Nature's Prophet. Mjolnir picked up for him, well on his way to a Shadow Blade, and he's at the top of the net worth. So we'll see if he starts to hurt in these fights, but if Pudge and Tusk keep getting blown apart like they have been, it's going to matter a little bit less. Luckily, they have these stacks up inside the jungle. 40 yards like, you know what? I really need that farm. I need that BKB, and the Nature's Prophet lets him have it. So he gets enough gold for the recipe there, picks it up. Another smoke up from the Radiant side. Maybe things will be different this time around. Probably don't want to fight for another 30 seconds. Dunha going forward. Yule Scepter is all they need the range for, and he has to get kind of close for it. Thunder available. Thialcor knows this is going on. He can feel that Radiance burn on him. There's the Yule Scepter. Hook away. Gets him out for now, but is it going to be enough? Yeah, the Thunder is not going to take him low there. And Lelis is the savior of the Dire race this time around. And he gets the Let's Drag back in. He's going to get the Dismember off. Radiant side have to respond. Lapsus is going to fight. HFN doesn't want to TP that close in. Pipe of Insight used. Coddle will fall. That's a really important kill. As 40R pops the BKB on the high ground. There's the Aegis taken on Leshrac. They need to kill him immediately after this. When the Sprout goes on the King RD over to the side, I don't know if that's the best idea though. paiN Gaming want to disengage, and they might not be allowed to. Stun onto the tower copter as BKB is over. Dismember underneath the tower, but with the Nyx Assassin walking in with the Spike Carapace on into the decay, that's the Pudge falling. This is not looking good at all for paiN Gaming now. They're going to try to delay this as much as possible. Wait for their heroes to get back up, but that was a good BKB usage. But the fact that they can't kill Lapsus or nobody else was close enough to control the Leshrac. Oh man, Nature's Wrath, it hurts, baby. That might force NoPing back. We really close on the Lapsus. I don't think he would have died there, but it would have been close. Only a tier 3 taken though, and HFN is still farming really strongly. MKB next. Lapsus farming really well. Yasha and Kaya will be next. And Lifestealer's gotten a Manta style. I guess that's preparation for anything any like utility items that the Nature's Prophet gets. He's just built up an MKB. He's going big daddy items like an AC. It's a very long build up. Gyrocopter's stunned out in mid. The deny won't happen yet, and the Gyrocopter just tries to run away. HFN into the fight, going right after the Nyx Assassin. He's been put asleep, and the Nyx Assassin dies. HFN going ham, and he's going to go for the tower. Epicenter chasing him down after the BKB is done. He'll die. Can they get anything on the backside? Lapsus is surrounded by 2. Does Gyrocopter have the damage? No, he does not. The hook will eventually finish off the Leshrac. Big kill for paiN Gaming. Nyx Assassin buys back. It's not a bad fight for them. I believe the Tusk will fall here. Meanwhile, inside the river, paiN Gaming losing their Pudge. In bottom, Tusk is in a lot of trouble. Pudge gets burnt down. So that will be a full 5-man team wipe. I don't really see the Tusk getting away from here. Doesn't have enough mana to survive, and the Nyx finally puts him out of his misery. Just a slim margin of victory for NoPing eSports, but that is enough for them. Finally, they take down the Nature's Prophet with his Midas off of cooldown, which is absolutely devastating, I'm sure. Don't have to worry about the lanes being pushed up too much. 444 still farming it out. Coddle getting a little bit of vision right now. Trying to regain control. Gets the D ward and will die here. Or should die. They don't really know where he is. HFN there. Be the burrow straight through with the impale on top of it. I think they might want to start thinking about the Lincolns. 40R uses the BKB very early, and they're kind of grouped up here. Pudge getting stunned out. Keeper the Light in a lot of trouble. Pudge is dead. So is the Coddle. And this Gyrocopter uses BKB really early and pays as a result of it. Not sure what paiN Gaming thought they were going for there. Maybe they thought that NoPing wasn't as solid in that. But Tusk actually gets a kill onto the Crystal Maiden on the backside. Pudge buys back. They really want to fight here. Purification. Gyrocopter's still dead for 30 seconds. I don't know how much you want to initiate into this one, though. Lapsus is still very strong. I don't think there's a tool to deal with it right now on paiN Gaming. First set of racks taken for NoPing eSports. I think it was a little bit cocky for paiN Gaming to go for the same draft or very similar draft that they did in game number 1, kind of for the meme. They still have a chance in this game, though. I'm always going to say that people have a chance until the Ancient's done, because that's kind of how Dota's played. So you never know. Nature's Prophet split pushing. Could prove to be the difference. Shadow Blade's been completed. Nyx Assassin checks behind the towers.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top tier 2 will fall. NoPing making quick work of that.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gaming
is
looking
under
to find
attack.
any kind of farm they can on the map right now, keeping the bottom lane pushed out. So at least NoPing won't have a creep wave there if they decide to go for it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gyrocopter really needs another item though. He's sunken so far back on the net worth. Bottom lane taking some damage to it, and HFN is going to secure this for the team. Nature's Wrath gets used. Mid lane gets pushed out. Really want to push the tower against the Sand King there, so maybe the Siege Engine gets to the tower, or maybe it's going to get denied. Yeah, it gets denied by the Sand King.
Radiant's bottom
He's got
tower
his boots to
has
travel to
been
get back
down.
into the fight whenever he needs to.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
AC completed for Lifestealer. Nature's Prophet is well away from his. And taking a look at the buybacks, only one on the Dire to have it is Gyrocopter. I'm sure he'd really like to get his Demon Edge. NoPing eSports ready for second row. This one has cheese. NoPing eSports just make sure that paiN Gaming stay away. As soon as HFN realizes that Roshan is down, that he can't really poke his way out of the trees. Smoke up immediately after that. I don't know if they realize that paiN Gaming are down here, but this might be a two-man wrecking squad. This could be a terrible situation for paiN Gaming. Epicenter charged up. Gyrocopter, no chance for a BKB. Will the Wisp goes down. Forced having the Gyrocopter away. He'll BKB and TP out. Tusk will not be so lucky. Will go in, blink over, but he's blinked right into the enemy team. A close call forces another BKB charge from the Gyrocopter. It's down to 6 right now. And NoPing eSports, 15K gold lead, 33 minutes in. Very dominant. Lapses to the high ground. Wells is like, get the hell out of here, man. He just wants to swag a little bit. He needs something to celebrate. He'll get hit by a missile. They'll use Nature's Wrath off the back of it. Now a Bloodstone on Latrak. Tower goes down to Diabolic Edict. Battle will keep the lane pushed out. Spike Carapace hurts him a little bit. That was a close hook. That is one thing that can turn things around. A good punch hook with some, maybe some BKBs pop, not getting hit by the Burrow Strike. paiN Gaming can still delay this game out quite a bit. Lanes are being pushed in. Illuminate is keeping enemy waves out of the base. Orc is going to be the build-up for Nature's Prophet. Still farming really well. If we go back to the net worth, he's still at the top of it. Followed closely behind by the Lifestealer and his Midas. Getting really close there. Smoke up from paiN Gaming. What's their vision like? They're going to not see the Nyx here. The Nyx hasn't broken the smoke yet. Still hurrying away. The smoke has now been broken, but they don't know where the Nyx is. So they can't do much about it. Lapsus now starting to get surrounded. They're kind of really close. Ice Shards misses. Can they actually kill him? He has a BKB, so going after him with a snowball won't really matter. They need a hook dismember. They're not going to find it. And from the other side, Terrence has shown up. Maybe Wells throws out a hook. But even then, all of NoPing have shown up. Lapsus to the high ground. HFN with the battle. BKB used. He doesn't have an Aegis. HFN forced back. Lapsus almost dead. He's going to heal up right now, and we have a pause. All right. Guess there's a little bit of lag there. Hopefully Nyx Assassin can get back fast enough. Another Sprout available. But without the initiation actually taking down Lapsus, I don't know. This looks a little bit difficult for paiN Gaming. BKB hasn't even been used, and I was wrong. There is an Aegis. So they would have just taken down an Aegis Leshrac. Nyx Assassin back in the game. We're ready to go. I think NoPing just win here. They can't kill Lapsus. He's going to heal. Nature's Wrath is there. Hook through. Lapsus may die to this. He won't even die to it. Sand King walks up and immediately paiN Gaming say they don't want to be involved anymore. Lapsus TP's back. He'll be fine. Another tier 3 tower goes to NoPing eSports. And NoPing shifts the aggression to mid. Going after Lapsus again. Ice Shards are there. Lelis in some trouble. Force Staff back. Nice Blinding Light to get everybody away from Pudge. They're going to use the Dismember onto the Lifestealer. He immediately gets interrupted in that decay. Lapsus will fall. That's just the Aegis. He's not even dead yet. He's not. Now he's dead. That's just the Aegis. HFN trying to battle it out. He does have buyback, and he'll use it immediately. 40 yards standing strong. Everybody's falling asleep in the Will of the Wisp. Gyrocopter needs to get out. He needs a Force Staff away, and it's not going to be there. Buyback available. HFN can't really get gone on by Terrence here, and they need to take this Lifestealer down. He'll get hit with the Sprout. That's a big kill onto the Lifestealer. Can they get more? We'll go for the Crystal Maiden. Could have TP'd a bit further, but you don't want Lapsus to turn it on your head. NoPing eSports get a little bit deep in the base and pay the price for it. Lots of buybacks expended from paiN Gaming, though. And, well, here's the thing. I was here yesterday. I've seen NoPing eSports give up like a 20k gold lead. HFN finds Lapsus in the trees. Dual Scepter to try to stave off the threat of the Sprout. Walrus Punch in. They kill off Lapsus. They give up a big kill. BKB to get out, and he's not going to have enough time on it. He sprouts himself, and he's going to die back. Well, I was just talking about how yesterday NoPing eSports gave up a 20k gold lead. They did lose to a Leshrac there, but at least Nature's Prophet's dead for 110 seconds. Roshan isn't available. Just hope that NoPing eSports don't give up the lead here, because if they do, Game 3 is going to be very long. I think it's possible that we have an hour-long game here. And at that point, Gyrocopter becomes really difficult to deal with. He's not at his Satanic yet, so he doesn't quite have that survivability. paiN Gaming getting close here. Leshrac by his back. 70 seconds on the sidelines for Nature's Prophet. They believe that this is their time. HFN is where most of the farm is centered, so paiN Gaming need to not give up any kills here. And they most likely... Oh, Burrow Strike onto a few. This is going to be the initiation. BKB used. Keeper of the Light just taken down so quickly. Will the Wisp is down. Sand King is being stuck in this one. The Coddle buys back. Gyrocopter can't afford to die here. He needs a Force Staff, and he's not going to get it. Gyrocopter dies back. That's 110 seconds that he's dead, and that should be the game. Should be game 2 going the way of NoPing eSports. They'll use the fortification to force them back out of the base. There are no creeps here, and HFN is back in 30 seconds. NoPing eSports realize that their time is now. They're going to go for the racks at top. eSports searching inside the trees for a couple of heroes. Sentry Ward placed down. They're going to see the Nyx on the edge of it. Right now, NoPing eSports are looking to secure their victory with the Megos. As soon as Nature's Prophet is up, they're going to have to go. There's a hook. It doesn't hit onto anything. They're smoked up right now. Trying to get forward here to keep themselves from getting Mega'd. Type of insight won't do enough. And that's Mega. HFN caught out. No BKB used. Force Staff to get him away. Walrus Punch to keep him alive for a little bit longer. There's a freezing field. Lelis is getting taken down really low. Lifestealer hides in the catapult, but HFN is dead. That's the game. So NoPing bring it back in game number 2. paiN Gaming troll them a little bit with the same exact lineup. But in the end, NoPing eSports take the victory and bring us back to 1 game apiece in this best of 5. Nice game from them. They don't lose the huge lead that they have this time around, and maybe paiN Gaming take the draft a little bit more seriously next time around and don't go for the same exact thing. But there's still a lot of issues for NoPing to fix in their draft in the next game. There was just a lot of control on their side this time around, and picking a Nature's Prophet into those heroes probably isn't the best idea. So we'll see what happens in game number 3. We are even at 1 game apiece. We'll see you on the other side of the break.